Eddie, I had to call the Cuddy and apologize, man. He was mad in the motherfucker. I ain't never seen that guy. You know what? No, it's five guys. And if I'm not here, then why can't one of you guys? I'm like, dog, come on, you right. I had to think for a minute and not be silly. Like, he right. But I'm like, nah, nigga, this nigga late. I'm getting any nigga. Dog shit to me for being late.
Oh, man.
Only 30 minutes, man. Like I said, the old girl came in because she was tuning in and was like, y'all niggas still ain't on? Like, shit, we could have watched the episode over here, man. What the fuck y'all doing? I was like, oh, shit. I'm sitting here going through TikTok. Like, I'm not even paying attention.
What y'all watching?
All American.
What's that?
Season 3 is it's kind of like some Fresh Prince of Bel-Air shit. Some kid get a better opportunity to go play ball. He's from South Central, but he gets an opportunity to go play in Beverly Hills. They got like Tay Diggs in it, and a bunch of up and comers or whatever. It's pretty dope. Actually,
my wife loved that shit. Yeah, I never watched it.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man.
You know they got a spinoff. It's All American, but something with baseball.
Oh, okay.
It's the newest one and shit. Yeah, I just got done watching Your Honor. That shit.
Oh shit, man! We got stuck on this. That Your Honor with Cranston. Yeah, dude.
Man.
Yeah.
Wait, ain't nobody. Bryan Cranston's in the new show.
Yes,
dude,
and it is fucking amazing.
And our homeboy, Mr. He's
he's on the show too.
Yeah, that's his best friend.
Fucking amazing.
You get a chance, you need to binge watch something, bro. Go ahead.
I ain't even got a TV, man.
Pull out your phone.
Use a computer.
Yeah, your laptop.
If you got a stream,
dude, Your Honor is
watching shit. I can tell you that right now. Like I trust you, man. It took me years to watch, The Wire, The Walking Dead, The Shield. Like all of the like. I'm just late to the party, man. All the time.
Once Tank is tuned out, man, he don't tune in, unless we talking about it on the show or something like that or whatever. But I get it, man. But it's one of those, man. If you in the binge watching shit and definitely Your Honor season 2. Yeah.
But the Cuddy is untethered. He down there with playing the ukulele and shit. And counting pigeons.
Yeah.
But
over there, he counting tarantulas. That's what he's doing.
But that show is like that, man. That I'm gonna tell you what else. Truth Be Told on Apple TV with Octavia Spencer. But I stopped watching that to watch Your Honor.
Yeah. I watched that's season 2 with Truth Be Told, right? That should be season 2, or is it?
It's 3. It's 3 now.
3? Damn, I was on it, then other shit popped up and we got stuck in a bubble. That's what we do, man. We get stuck in these fucking bubbles and we binge watch. Next thing you know, it's fucking Sunday. I'm like, God, man, I done lost the fucking weekend.
I stopped watching because we watching The Godfather of Harlem.
Every other, like we watch one at 5, the other one at 6, and
we
that show's still on.
Wow. Yeah,
man.
We got You on Netflix, and we got motherfucking I just finished Your Honor, and we got I'm watching The Last of Us. That's good as hell. But that Truth Be Told is raw too, man. Yeah. That shit is raw. But that Your Honor,
you up on that Utopia?
No, I haven't even heard of it.
Okay. Yeah, well, especially if you got kids, you kind of get a glimpse of what these kids is going through in this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a chance, just catch a couple episodes of that, man. This little chick on there, the star of the show, she just renegotiated her contract where she's getting $1 million per episode for season.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
$1 million an episode. Just her.
Jesus. You remember like the first person to get like $1 million per episode? It was like Seinfeld, right?
It was Seinfeld and Friends. Because remember, they held out towards the end, like their final season. It was like either we all get it or we stop filming.
And then New York Undercover tried that shit. They was like, we'll cancel your black asses.
And now
all the way Malik Yoba picked up. Like, no,
you don't remember that shit? You don't remember that shit? Like they got Michael De Lorenzo was like, we want like $100,000. They wouldn't even get nothing. And he was like, that nigga had a car accident the next episode. Didn't make it.
Yeah, we'll pay you on the back end. We'll pay you in syndication. But we won't give you per episode upfront money. Nah.
That show was popular. I hated the way it went. They had Natalie's, the bar and shit. T was on there, Danny Up. That's how he got on the new Law and Order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, that was the culture. You watched the show, but then you want to see who was going to be performing at the end of the show.
Yeah.
That was the dope shit.
Biggie
let's
was
not
on
forget
there.
about the guy who did the music, old dude from Entombed.
Yeah.
So man, it was dope all the way around. It was dope for its time. I see the reruns and be like, damn, we used to dress like that.
Yep.
Like, look at all that Fat Farm. Damn.
Yep.
Okay.
Now you see a motherfucking Fat Farm today, homeless.
Or you got that shit for Valentine's Day.
Next, man, yeah. got them lugs and got that damn big old belt buckle.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had some lugs.
Recently?
Nah, back in the day with the big belt buckle. Remember cats was wearing the big rodeo buckle and shit. And
we went through some phases with the gear, man.
I just want to see what's next, man.
You don't want to see what's next. I mean, we're seeing what's next. And and
pearls and the blouses and
you're right.
On some other shit now, man.
And you're gonna have a grown ass man talking about, I can't believe I wore that makeup back in the fucking 2000s and 20s. It just my eyebrows are on fleek.
Like you worried about the makeup or the dick, fella? I'm back.
Yeah, he's back.
I'm just saying, man, it's a lot of weird shit that's fashionable. You like, man, come on, man. Overnight, this many people, man, like these World War. Come on, man.
Bro, that's why I can't do fashion, man. Because every time something is very trending, all I can think about is there is a gay man who is a clothing designer that wants to see you in that shit because it turns him on. And that's right there. Just thinking about that makes me not want to go fucking buy clothes.
Well, one of the luxuries for me of being fat is you don't get to wear no sweatpants. So
hey, bears are in season, nigga.
I know.
It's been bear season.
Right. I'm gonna lose all this weight. I ain't wearing shit but khakis and polo boots. Real.
Go back to white beaters and Dickies.
There you go.
Hey, you know what? Dickie, you can't look, Dickies, Timbs, and wife beaters.
Shit, I still got Dickies from high school, man.
Them motherfuckers never wear out. Back in high school when Champion, that was like cheap clothes. Now that shit is expensive as hell.
I said Champion.
Yeah.
Man, is Spalding gonna come out too? This shit, Champion. I don't know anybody that used to wear that shit. I don't remember.
Yeah. You see these brands kind of flip flop though. Like they'll be in Walmart, and the next thing you know, they'll be in what's that? Dick's or whatever.
Neiman Marcus or whatever, somewhere. Yeah,
somewhere higher up. And then, they'll fall off. They'll go back to Walmart, and then fucking Starter will be at, Champs Sporting Goods, Like it's weird.
Remember when these kids started wearing skateboard shoes and we was like, what the fuck are you got? And like we never wore them shits, and now all of a sudden it's just Vans. My daughter. I want some Vans. Fucking Vans.
And they ain't cheap. Yeah.
No. I
cheap.
Hey man, I rocked Vans for a long time, right? Until I dated one chick and was like, "Are those Vans? You need to get some Sperry's." And I was like, "Man, I ain't getting no motherfucking Sperry's." She goes, "Oh, they're preppy. They're preppy. You got to get some Sperry's." I'm like, "I'm not wearing it just because you said they were preppy. I don't fucking want them, And then I tried some on, and they were way more comfortable than the Vans. That's what I think she stopped dating me because I wasn't wearing Sperry's,
I know a young cat
about Tank and his Crocs or whatever. I kept talking shit about it. And I was like,
man, look,
fuck, I had to run out to my car. And I was like, dude, can I slide on your shoes real quick? I had to go get my shit. I was in his apartment. I put those things on, man. I was like stepping on clouds. I was like, these motherfuckers are, but don't tell nobody.
I bought my daughter something. My wife put her feet in them shits and was like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Man, that shit ain't nothing but hard foam, man."
Yeah.
I know a cat in his 20s who was wearing Rockports. He's like, man, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I see why the old heads wear these. Like
They're
this
not
cat got me on Merrill's.
Yeah, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. Rockports are not cheap.
Merrill, none of that shit. I'm like, what the fuck you got me putting on, man?
You take care of your feet, man, and you're a
Yeah,
happy
take care of
camper.
you.
You know,
Yeah.
it's hey,
Especially
how many
if you work on your feet? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You take care of your feet.
how many
If they
miles
start
did you
to
run
grow-
in the military? You know, and it's like,
Yeah,
if your shoes wasn't right,
You
that
ain't
was a
right.
bad day.
Yeah.
right,
You ain't right.
right.
Thanks,
Mm.
man. All right, man. We want to start ripping.
Oh,
It's
fuck
just us?
yeah.
Well, let's get it.
Yeah.
It's just us.
What you call it, Drizzy? You be jumping in, hopefully.
Okay.
But yeah,
Where's
let's get it
Mr.
cracking.
Ray? This cocaine.
Oh, he's on the road.
He's on the road. Yeah, he's coming back from Texas.
Oh, you going home?
Yeah. He was in the yo. Because he sent out
Yeah, he
the
was
photos
leaving.
of
Yeah,
two
he's
guys.
coming. Yeah, he's coming. home.
Oh,
That
okay.
shit look crazy as hell, man. I was like, that's two guys.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit. And it looked like a place where homeless people get soup and shoes.
It always looks shady down there, man. I guess they did the whole storefront, fixed up the storefront. Is it in the same place? Was that the same place?
The McGuffey Mall is still around, or
No, I thought it was downtown.
oh, that's right. What was the one in McGuffey Mall?
What's that?
No.
Two Guys in the Connection was downtown.
Yeah. Two Guys in the Connection was downtown.
That's why when he showed that picture, I was like, man, where the fuck is that at? You know, is
Silvers
that
and
still
Bows was
downtown?
downtown. Yep.
What was the one in McGuffey Mall? Because it was like the same family that owned all that shit, right?
I know what you're talking about. I know they had the Foot Locker. They
Was
had
that KMP?
a thrift meat market in that motherfucker. KMP. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
KMP.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Oh my. What did they relocate?
No, they kept the same inventory though.
That's what I said. I was like, that don't even look like the joint. Or we just ain't been there in a long time.
No, that ain't the joint.
They had to move somewhere. They
I
had to
know.
move somewhere.
Damn, man, that shit look bad, man. That's probably that same shit from when we was in high school, fellas.
Oh yeah. It
That
comes back
storefront
around and
window,
stuff.
and you could see all the stuff that you want, and you know, you got in there, man.
Man.
I think about it, man. You get claustrophobic going in that joint, man. All the fucking clothes they had in there, man.
What was the
Yeah.
place downtown with all the hats?
With the suits and shit,
The suit place, Silvers.
Yeah.
Silvers and Vogue.
Silvers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
my
It
white
was
people
always
on that
so-
joint.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some old it looked like an old mobster suit place. That's
Yep.
you know what I'm saying.
Right on the
That's-
corner. Right
Yep,
there on the
that's one-
corner.
I used to get shit from there. Got my
For
first,
real?
got my first pair of Stacy's from that motherfucker.
Oh
Dope.
god damn.
Dope.
Man.
Yep.
God
First
damn.
pair of fucking Stacy's.
That's gangster
Dope.
shit. Hey,
Yeah.
did Sugar Steve take you there?
No, mom's did. You know that
Oh,
ain't
yeah.
got no
Mom's
style.
laced him, took him to the OG spot.
Right. My dad don't wear
I want
nothing but Bruce Lee shoes. That cat got and the sad thing is he got shit too. This cat had a gang of kicks, but all his shoes like Nikes and shit, he would only use the ball in. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. I don't understand him.
Let's rock.
It's time to rock this motherfucker with 3 the hard way. Take off Eddie P, 3 the hard ways. It's time to rock this motherfucker with 3 the hard way. Take off Eddie P, 3 the hard ways. It's time to rock this motherfucker with 3 the hard way. Take off Eddie P, 3 the hard ways. It's time to rock this motherfucker with 3 the hard way. Tank Cobb, Eddie P, 3 the hard way.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
that shit was nice, man. You know?
Hey,
Yeah, I liked it.
I got
Oh,
some
you could've-
misspelled shit in there though. You can tell I went to Wilson.
Yeah. But you get a pass for being late because that shit was fly. That shit was fly.
Oh yeah, he laced us last week with that, and I was like, "Well, damn, I want to sit and watch the slideshow." Okay,
Right.
there
I
it
was
is.
getting ready to be like, "You're not." I was like, "Your mic is muted." I was like, "Oh, my mic is muted." Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to unmute that shit, especially
good.
when you're running the video. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe it'll be,
it's good.
We can link with it and rock with it.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
classic 3 p.m.D. right here.
That's
it.
it, man.
Yeah.
The original Disco 3, nigga.
You got damn right. The disorderlies, motherfucker. Let's get it.
All right.
Oh shit. This one was
Oh, you want to do
hot
this one
off the
first?
presses.
Yeah. Okay.
Dilbert gets an EEOC complaint.
Yeah.
Shit. What's going on?
Yeah, my man said pretty much there's no benefit in trying to help out black folks.
To be honest,
he's been trying to help out all these damn black folks. He's just tired of it. There's no payoff. He said there's no benefit in helping black people.
to be honest, it looked like the cartoon would say that shit too. I mean, just yeah. It's didn't Chappelle say that in his like one of his stand-ups, he was like, "You ever see some shit that's so racist you can't do nothing but laugh?" like that's this deal. Look, man. Yeah, the guy's been upset. I guess, man. He had a show in the 2000s. I was listening to a brother talk about it. He had a show in the 2000s, man. It ended up getting replaced with a black show, and he wasn't happy about the shit. And so, his paper, his tune strip had already been cut from like 77 publications already.
Okay.
And so, dude ended up going on this tirade, like, white people take my advice, get the fuck away from the black people because, they're a hate group, and all of this stems from a survey that came out in which, apparently they polled people on whether or not they thought it was cool for white people to say it's okay to be white, and just under 53%,
conservative leaning think tank,
and so just under 53, full disclaimer, and so just under 53% of black people said no, that shit ain't cool. Now me, I don't give a fuck, even though I guess it's okay to be white is coming from like one of them far right groups. You understand? It actually is. I didn't know about that, but I guess it's coming from one of these, white supremacist groups or some shit like that. And I'm looking at the guy, and it's like, bro, you actually know nothing about statistics. It didn't say 50% less than 50% of all black people. It just said less than 53%
of black folks said it's okay to be white. And he was, I guess that ain't enough. That's not enough.
But this is the problem. That number could have just been 10 people.
Exactly. Because
they didn't go
really
to you.
Getting told. Yeah. Right. It didn't go to you. It didn't go to old man.
It didn't go to my wife. It didn't go to anybody we know. So for me, I think really money was this was an excuse for him to talk his shit.
Yes, sir. He needed to lean on that pole because he leaned in with both feet, hands, everything. He leaned in and was just like, I don't give a damn. And again, I talked to Tank about it. I was like, where does he live where he could just say, I'm just done with all black people. Just stay far away from him. Where do you live in America where you could just eliminate a race?
Obviously, someplace nice.
Utah?
he ain't got to worry about property values, declining. He ain't got to worry about gun stores and liquor stores nowhere near him.
Man, look,
I'm joking.
But he said, man, just stay away from white people, please. Just don't even try to help them. It doesn't benefit us at all. It doesn't, there's no benefit in, helping them. Like, well, damn, homie. Like that.
Most black people I've talked to about this situation are trying to figure out the same shit I am, and I'm sure you brothers have been thinking out. Like, what fucking help?
Yeah,
what are you really doing? Like, are you coming out of pocket? What are you really doing
this
on a day-to-day basis? Where it's to that, yeah. Go ahead.
But yeah, like every morning there's a white person standing outside the house with some potato salad and cheese sandwich. Like, here you go. You need your tires done. From 1 to 3, we help black people. It's like, no, man, come on, dude. It's
That's
just
funny.
laughable to me. Yeah.
That is funny. But for him to like, dude, you do know this is like the end. I won't say the end of his career. He'd probably be in Congress next year. But you know what I'm saying? This kind of bullshit. He's way too comfortable coming out his face like that.
He
It's
probably has a
America.
black friend that says the same shit. I mean, I know it. Damn near most of the black people I know say the same shit.
Well, you know what?
But how many are publicated? You have publications. I'm sorry.
You know what? The ill part about what the Cuddy just said, man, is I would look on YouTube, and a lot of cats, man, I like a lot of these cats, but a lot of them I listen to them, and I hear cats, man. I don't run in the Victim Olympics. I don't this, that, and the other. I'm with you. I don't either. But it's almost like cats want to act like the shit is not there. You hear other black people saying, "Oh man, it ain't no racism," and then fucking Dilbert comes out, and it's like, "Yeah, nigga, it's racism. Yeah, we don't want to be around you." I don't. Not only that, you got Elon Musk. It's like this man spoke. He didn't bring up any facts or any data to prove his fucking points. He was just talking. And here you got Elon Musk, the self-proclaimed fucking smartest goddamn man, comes out and he backs him. I mean, I think it's bad because you got so many of our people that jump on that train. Think about it. Who did he quote? Don Lemon. Don Lemon been saying some of the most inflammatory shit about brothers and sisters for the longest fucking time. And a lot of this shit stem from. I know where you about to go, brother.
You said inflammatory. I'm just sorry. You said inflammatory. First thing I thought was like, hey, it's Don Lemon.
Man.
Right.
These are triggers for him, man.
Yeah.
Do that to him, man.
Go ahead. I ain't gonna do that.
Signs off from every fucking news program with a hee. Fuck him.
Man, he's quoting a cat that was at a party drunk and put his hands in his pants and played with his balls and then pulled his hand out and put it under another man's nose. He wanna
smell my finger, homie.
Like it was
smell it. Smell it.
Excuse me, like it was pink cookies. Smell it.
Yeah.
Like
smell my finger.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to clean it up. But it's like when you get, I don't think some of these people understand the damage that they do when they get around certain people when they get to talking.
Yeah, like what you said, when you go back to Papa Lon, is what I call him, Mr. Elon Musk. He backed him. Just how about, his freedom of speech. I was like, dude, but when is it too far?
Right.
This dude went way over there, just said, just stay away from black people. And you like, nah, just let them keep talking. That's freedom of speech. Y'all shouldn't, try to, this cancel culture.
A big bro.
No, get this motherfucker up out of there. That's why all those people backed out. He had a book coming out. They was like, we done with that. We're gonna pull the rest of your damn, your comic strip from out of publication. You're done.
But big bro, we talking about, and this is definitely not indicative of all white people, but we talking about people with the state of mind of why can't I say the N-word? Like, yeah, and nobody ever says why in the fuck do you want to?
That they don't say that, but my thing is, again, I think I said it before, other episodes, whatever. You can say whatever you want, but make sure go down on MLK.
Right.
If you want to use that, you want to talk like that, go down there, go to any MLK, any city, and start addressing black folks as that. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how that will work out for you.
Yeah,
that's all.
Let him keep talking.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, just let him keep talking because eventually he's going to come across somebody who's not going to take the shit, or going to take offense to it, and things kind of work themselves out.
That part.
Listen, my thing is this, man. Our people aren't perfect, but neither is any group of fucking people in this country. We got successful people just like everybody else has successful people. And we can go down the list. Once again, and I get our people collectively are probably at the bottom of the totem pole. And so we don't have the luxury to make the same mistakes as others. All right. But you're talking about a people that tend to have that have a whole system against them. Does that mean you should sit up and be lazy and shiftless and not do anything and blame everybody else? Hell no. But you cannot act like the shit doesn't exist. You know, we talking about when you look at the Innocence Project, like over 2/3 of the motherfuckers are brothers that did 20, 30, and 40 fucking years for shit that they didn't do. You understand what I'm saying? You know, it's just, you know, when statements like these are made, you know what I mean, it starts to bring out the other ones. Now, I feel like this. Um, I think people responded properly because he's lost shit just like Kanye lost shit, which I want to segue into that a little bit. But you know, just like they was getting on Kyrie, I think it was a proper response to it because it's just like, what was the point in this shit? You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, but I mean, think about it. You got Dinesh D'Souza that just was coming out saying some wild shit about black folks. You know what I'm saying? You got different groups of people saying any and everything about black folks, but who's calling that Asian guy when he went and shot up all of those Asian people in those two clubs? Or the other one, because it was two of them who did it. Nobody's calling it Asian on Asian, you know, crime. Or when other groups kill everybody, it's just specific focus on demonizing our group of people. You understand what I'm saying? And again, I'm not saying for anybody to use that as an excuse to become immovable, but it's there. And this is a prime example when a motherfucker who I mean, I don't think this generation really knows who the fuck Dilbert is. But it was a popular comic strip. And when you can get the audience to say that, when you can get on there and say it and it circulates, because, you know, people give it power. It went viral. Come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. Nobody knows who the fuck Dilbert is now, just like nobody picks up a newspaper anymore.
Nobody knows who Marmaduke is, but continue.
Yeah. The biggest issue that I see with this is that we have major media publications, you know, the Plain Dealer, Washington Post, you know, they're all taking the moral high road, you know, and demonizing this guy after all the shit that they've printed over all of the fucking years about black people.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when we talk about how people are viewed in the media, these motherfuckers are the ones that are responsible for it. Yeah. So for them to, you know, just say, oh yeah, Dilbert, fuck this dude, he's out. You guys have a history of this shit. I mean, it's like a Klansman, you know, like the Klan kicking out a racist Klansman for being racist.
But Cuddy, it's like don't you think,
man? That's all. Times have changed. And hold on, just hold on. I'm gonna land the plane. Times have changed because media isn't our normal medium. Before it was just, you know, we had 3 networks. You see what I'm saying? Now you got this, you got the laptop, you got everything else. It's you know, everything is so damn fast. You know, like quick to cancel somebody before they even get all the facts in. Like, oh, is that what we're doing today? We canceling? Okay, we got to cancel because if we get any of this on us, you know, it's going to cost us. So we got to hurry up and do some damage control. That's why media is moving just like that. As soon as you blink, hell, he may be with another publication by the time we get done doing this. You know, somebody may snatch him up.
You think that there's a newspaper out there looking for content?
Well, I'm just saying how times have changed, man. They're not going to just sit around and just let it die down. They can't because we're in a 24/7 media cycle.
Yeah, but with it being a 24/7 media cycle, I mean, this story will be dead news. It's probably dead news while we're talking about it right now. Like people forget about it because there will be some other giant fucking thing that happens. You know,
this is why tomorrow. I just wanted to touch on it, and to me, it was just pure comedy. That's why I wanted to touch on it. That's all. But it's right in your face.
Yeah. See, this is one of them. We got to give him a body situations. Yep, he blatantly came out and said what's hinted at. You know what I'm saying? Only Fox News just comes the fuck out and really says shit. But all these networks hinted things. You know what I'm saying? They all say they little bit of shit. And you know, it's bad when you got Elon Musk, somebody who now controls a certain lane of communication with Twitter. You know what I mean? And he feels like any fucking thing goes. It's look, man. I feel like this. And here's the other thing. You're right. It will be forgotten because nobody's jamming this dude. We like always looking at putting him under a microscope. If Kanye fucking farted after what he said, they were going to swear he was. I almost said something right there, but they would have dealing with gas. You know where I'm going with this? If he farted, they'd have been like, "Oh, he's
well, you better land that plane and we better segue.
No. Kanye,
you better land that plane, man. Oh man.
Yeah. You know where I'm going with this. But if Kanye farted, they would have said he's purposely trying to intentionally funk up the environment of Jewish people. Like smell he's trying to be smelly around us. That's me saying it nicely. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the segue to that is Adidas obviously need this cat back. $1.3 billion in losses. And now they coming back to him like, look, man, we need to talk.
Yeah, they're coming back like a relationship like Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy. In 48 hours. Like, look, we ain't partners, we ain't friends. Look,
we ain't brothers, we ain't partners, we ain't friends.
That's what they on right now.
We doing it on the floor. In days and more.
Man.
So Jack, you got give me some shots of blues.
They're like, man, we need a face for this bullshit, please.
Just the boys are back. Yeah. Man, man, I don't know, man. We'll see, man. You know, people say shit before. You know, we've heard motherfucker calls them sisters some nappy headed hoes. We've heard Dog the Bounty call them, talk about he ain't one of those, his son married no niggas, and
Hulk Hogan.
They were Hulk Hogan, and they still Dilbert to be fine. Dilbert to be fine.
It'll be fine.
You know what I'm saying?
What's up, boss?
No, I'm just saying you got to respect it a little bit. At least he's not saying that he's got mental illness or he took some sleeping pills and he's talking crazy. And he's standing on this shit. Like,
I don't. You know why I don't respect it? Because he's using black folks as a scapegoat for his failures. That's why I don't respect it.
I got you. Love it.
The whole show shit.
That's it.
He just talking.
He's projecting.
He's projecting like, nigga, you a failure.
It got to be somebody else's fault.
Dilbert. Right. It's got to be somebody else's fault. Like, I'm telling you what made him mad. He thought he was gonna get a cartoon on Cartoon Network. And they was like, no, we went with the Boondocks.
Yep.
We went with the Boondocks, son.
Just get away from him. Just get away from him. Try to help him.
Get away from him.
Get away from him.
That was my last shot at some money.
Fuck out of here, man.
You think
that's
that,
not even good artwork.
That's enough about that clown, man.
Let's get off that
one. Get his own thing, man.
Right.
That is fun. Me, the damn Boondocks got his spot. That's what he did.
That's what happened. He was like, I did Riley.
Afro. What about Dilbert? I've been here longer than him.
Fuck out of here, man. Pussy.
Hey, we got Drew Maddock in the fucking building.
There he is.
Drizzy Maddock.
What up, family?
What it is?
Same old brother. Man. We back at it.
About to rock out with this next story.
Get it in, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Karl Malone, 1983 Chomo MVP.
Well, you got Kevin's face.
Why you?
Yeah. Not why did I? Why did he?
Yeah.
Why did he?
Go ahead.
We just had the NBA All-Star weekend. It was a couple weeks ago, and it was in Salt Lake. It was in Utah, and I guess they, celebrated Karl Malone. If I'm not mistaken, I think they might have retired his number, his jersey, or whatever. But and then with now that we have access to all this information, people were doing their due diligence and was digging up Karl Malone and bringing up old shit about his past aggression. I don't even know what to call it, man. It was indiscretions. Yeah. With him being, what was it? What was the age?
20.
He was 20.
He was 20, The girl was 13, and he ended up knocking her up, and and there was no repercussions, because he was a star athlete, and he slipped through the cracks, and they said they didn't want to, hold the man back from his destiny, and the rest is history. And I guess he didn't partake in the kid's life or anything, and the kid ended up made it to the damn NFL, in the end. And it's like, should we be celebrating cats like that with that background, or should we separate the two? The man, his personal shit and his career on the court.
Drizzy, you just came on, you want to start?
Your mic ain't on.
Mic ain't on, cousin. I'm gonna start finding y'all jokers. Y'all don't have y'all equipment together. Y'all don't have the steps together.
Drizzy,
Gonna get fined. Every second there's dead air. You hear me?
Drizzy.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, Cuddy.
I mean, it obviously Karl Malone paid this woman a little bit of hush money.
What was that? 80?
It was 83.
83. He coming out of school. How much money you think he had back then?
Yeah, but you can hold off a little bit.
Well, the parents didn't want to press charges. The parents knew.
Well, I mean, if you
press charges, yeah.
If you press charges, he never makes it to the NBA. And then
True.
you have a kid that you have to pay for his upbringing.
So
you wait a little bit, and he can get hush money, and hush money will, fund a child.
This is my thing. That's all on the parents. That's fucking on the parents, just like with the R. Kelly shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's how many motherfucking years later with this?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes,
all right,
sir.
go ahead, Drizzy.
All right, man. One of my kids must have touched my interface. Sorry about that, y'all. Man, where to begin? This is a bigger issue. Every state has, similar age of consent. And then there's always the whole what the parents will or won't do. We've seen the extreme where you had a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old. And because of a law in Georgia, the 16-year-old who was on his way to the NFL ends up doing, 4 years in prison?
Yeah.
Because the parents decided to press charges. Call it statutory rape, even though you got two consenting teenagers. They say you can't consent in that state, and below 18. So, because of the age difference. So, I mean, I don't condone it, but you also have organizations out there who perpetuate the teaching that a woman should be half the age of a man plus 7 years. What does that equal when you're 20? When you're 20.
Yeah, I don't think it went that deep with him. I just think he was, doing this thing. He saw something, and again, I think what you guys stated in the beginning about the parents. You gonna let your kid, what was it, 13 years old?
There you go.
Carry a child. I mean, come on, man.
Because we talking about opportunists. We talking about fucking opportunists. We talking about Aaliyah's parents.
Long game.
We talking about the parents of every girl that was served up to Kels. You understand what I'm saying? It's easy to look at Kels. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's people that fed these fucking girls to them. First of all, I ain't feed shit. A lot of these girls was fast. I don't know why the fuck we pretending like there ain't a such thing as groupies. I don't know why we pretending like girls ain't fucking sneak out. And if you know any females, they'll brag about it. Shit, when I was 13, I was in the club. Well, little bitch, what was you doing in the club at 13? You were supposed to be in the motherfucking bed. Because I know my daughter in the bed at 9:30 on the weekdays, and she either over her cousins or in the house. So what in the fuck was you doing in the grown folks club, being too grown with your fast ass, being hot like a firecracker, as the old grandmas would say.
He back, y'all. He back.
There you go.
Ahead, man.
There you go. I'm back. Now, with this situation, I just feel like, man, what's in 83 need to stay in 83 because the woman is obviously grown at this point. She was grown in the fucking 90s. She never brought the shit up. Now,
Oh, they did sue Karl Malone.
Okay. What did they get?
I don't know, but I did see that there was a lawsuit.
Who sued him?
The family,
the mother, Gloria Bell. Let's see, and this is Sports Manor.
What is she suing for?
Child support.
The average motherfucker in the hood getting sued for back child support. What I'm saying is, go ahead.
But I'm just saying, man, we go back to, what I said is if they would have pressed charges while he was in college, he would have never made it to the NBA, which means he would have never had any gainful employment.
Let me say
so
this.
if you wait a while,
look here, man. If we gonna do that with every black motherfucker that's talented, then we need to start doing it with other groups. We need to start digging in everybody's closets. While we at it, we need to start digging into every average person's closet. I think we should separate the goddamn man from bust it. Steven Tyler admitted to being with a 16-year-old girl when he was a grown fucking man. Nobody batted a fucking eyelash.
He's a rock star.
It depends on the state.
He's a rock star.
He's a rock star. This man
it also depends on the state.
NBA Hall of Famer. What's that?
Yeah. It depends on the state. Like if he was in Alabama or some shit, that's fucking legal. Listen, I'm not sure about Alabama, but just there are states where the age of consent is 16.
But see, that's where we playing it. But see, that's where it's a game. If it's bad in one fucking place, it needs to be bad in the fucking other. Because if you go overseas to some of these countries, you can fuck some of these girls as young as 15. I think it's fucking disgusting for a grown man to prey on a child. Again, if somebody has a daughter, you know what a child's mind is like. And to me, honestly, I don't even buy this shit with she was developed. Because if you see some of these girls, you could tell they children. You could tell in their face.
We do the same thing, especially in our group. They do the same thing with little boys. They treat them as men. Even though like, dude, you know what I'm saying? He was just, playing, double dutch with the girls over there for half a minute, man. He's still a kid.
Right.
Yeah, he may look like Shaq, but he's a little boy,
Right.
But that's what they do when it comes to a certain demographic. But
I had heard about Karl Malone years ago.
Yeah, we heard about it, but again, nobody. He was in Utah. He was in that market,
right?
And they kept everything nice and tight. You know what I mean? He stayed until he, got in his older years, and then went off and tried to get a ring with the Lakers and all that stuff. But
that's probably who was paying the lawsuits.
Yeah, but
I mean, look,
should we shit on his career?
No.
And should that be allowed to come back up just because they hosted the NBA All-Star Weekend in Utah?
No.
Okay.
Because we make excuses for every other group of people. And I get sick of this shit whenever it's one of us. It's like, we got to put niggas under a microscope. Excuse me. We got to put people under a microscope and look for every little thing once they might possibly get to a certain point. It's even done in the deaths of our young men. You know what I'm saying? They ruined Trayvon Martin's character just because he had gold teeth in the picture. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Come on, brother.
And not just walking home, and another grown man jump out of the woodwork saying you can't go nowhere.
There you go. And then he got his ass whooped and he shot him.
He's the victim. And
which goes to what you said about ours being treated as men when we young. No, too many of these cats, you find out shit like, okay, you got Harvey Weinstein, but what about all the 55 other motherfuckers that was on that list that supposedly did something? A lot of them still working. Yeah. What's the cat? He had the Asian wife. He ran NBC. He got, I forget what his name is. He got caught up in a bunch of fucking bullshit.
Are you talking about Connie Chung's husband?
No, not Connie Chung.
That's Maury.
What's his name is Les. Oh my God, he ran. And the thing is, even after this guy's allegations, man, he walked away with like a $200 million Les Moonves. Fucking Les Moonves was sexually assaulting women, or allegedly had, was said to be sexually assaulting women. Think about it, man. Mike Tyson ain't been fucking with nobody. 30 years later, a fucking civil case come against the man, even though Mike said some suspect shit back in the day. Yeah. Like 2 years ago, Mike said some shit where it's like, I don't know, bro. I came on here ready to defend you. And bro, you got to, when you a cat that can't nobody say, hey, watch your fucking mouth, you kind of tend to say some shit when you think you saying something.
But it's funny. I'm glad you brought up Mike, because I wanted to touch on that real quick. When he was talking about, I don't have the money I used to have back in my heyday, and half my earnings go to the tax man. Wasn't nobody coming after him. But once he got some acres, got his own, marijuana license and all this other stuff, and got his glow up. Now, oh yeah, he touched me. He did this, and it's like, seriously, what happened when he was reading the script for The Hangover? Where were you at?
I think Mike told too much truth, because underneath it all, Mike will uncover the mindset it takes to dominate in a pugilist sport like boxing. When he started talking intelligibly about conquerors from another group of ethnic people that he admired and that he patterned his thought process after, we're not digging that stuff up. You know what I'm saying? We're not. You know what I mean? But
they don't want to touch on that, because that's too not toxic, but that's too touchy. You know what I mean? We can't open that can.
Well, he went there without going there, because the undertone of his speech was he had to study the most aggressive apex predator on the planet,
and that's who was tattooed on his body. We can leave. We can leave it at that. It's on his body. If y'all want to go in a little deeper, just Google pictures of Mike Tyson's tattoos.
Man. Look, man. I just think that shit is game. I don't think it take 30 years. Build up some fucking bravery, and money is not justice. Money is not justice. We separate everybody fucking else. Man, look, the cat. I bring this cat up again. I forget what his name. I forget what the guy's name is. But his wife busted him out, got him recorded saying he admitted to sleeping with the 11-year-old neighbor. They didn't take his show off. That man ain't saw a day in fucking court, and it was forgotten about. But we going after all of these. What was the?
Who is this?
Let me see. Y'all guys go ahead.
You don't sleep with an 11-year-old neighbor.
No, he molested. My bad.
Right. I know what you mean, but right. Ooh.
Yeah. At what point? Yeah, I know this is all happening within our culture, but
Seventh.
Who's to say that we're? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. My bad, Cuddy.
No, I'm just saying. Who's to say this?
Michael Landon?
No, not Michael Landon.
Stephen Collins. No, Michael Landon. Do that though.
I was asking. No, I was just asking.
I'm joking. Yeah, no.
Okay, that was that show.
I'm not saying.
They pulled the plug on that show.
What, Seventh Heaven?
Yeah. You talk about that one?
Shit was still up.
Nah,
my bad. I was thinking of Touched by an Angel.
You talk about the dad? The dad on that show? Yeah, they pulled it. They snatched that off.
After when?
It was when that shit broke or whatever, they pulled it off, and because they wasn't getting paid. Oh, the actors was pissed because they wasn't getting those royalty checks.
Because see, what I remember is that's what the Cosby kids was saying. Like, they didn't pull that show, but y'all pulled ours, so we not getting paid. So, but my thing is, the man still ain't done a fucking day in jail. But go ahead, Cuddy. What you saying?
Yeah, I'm just bringing up cultural differences, man. I mean, if this would have happened in any other country, you know what I mean? Like, if this would have happened in the Middle East, this would have been kind of normal. You know, it not maybe not normal, but it would have been more accepted. You know, you couldn't hang a dude out for marrying a girl or sleeping with a girl that's 13. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but
no, just right.
There are cultural differences between here and there, and who's to say that we're right on this? When we talk about human biology, that is the age where children are able to reproduce. And I'm not saying that men should go after children.
Yeah, it's not a green light, YouTube.
But
please don't trip.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
Don't
not
trip.
At all.
Just stating some facts.
Yeah. But where do we come up with these ages? And this is what makes me think, like, okay, so where do we come up with the age that 18 was the age that you're an adult and 16 is the age that you are old enough to know when you can have sex? And I can only think it goes back to the beginning of the industrial age, where they just wanted able-bodied people to work in fucking factories.
Child labor laws.
War.
Yeah, to stay in school so they can not break the machines when they go to work in these fucked up factories.
Yeah.
I think it's part of a system that has nothing to do with morality. It has to do with
we need people to do
profits.
Shit. Yeah, we need people to. That's why Elon is tripping, saying that we don't have enough workers. You know, every other speech he's complaining like, "Hey, people ain't fucking." You know, there's going to be a problem where I don't have anybody to go dig up, the minerals that I need for these fucking chips. You know what I mean? I need bodies.
Yeah, we can't whip Africans no more, so I need somebody to do it for $3.99. Go ahead.
So they're upset.
I'm just saying, man. It's like
we stopped giving them good slaves, huh?
That's a good point you brought up, Tank. As far as it's not about morality, it's about we
profits.
need able bodies. Yeah, we need able bodies.
But none of this shit is about morality. It's mighty strange that all of this shit. Look, man, Kobe died, and Gayle King decided not only to sully his name, but she sullied the daughter. He didn't pass by himself. She sullied that whole fucking situation. He lost his daughter, and let's not forget that other people died in that helicopter crash. And all this heifer could think to do when she sat down in front of Lisa Leslie was saying, well, what about the rape case? Some shit that they said he didn't do it.
Bruh.
He got acquitted of this shit. He's found not guilty.
I wouldn't have been mad at her if she went in on the story about Oprah's schools. If she covered that, did she cover that?
But she can't do that. You can't. She's not gonna fuck up her bag. You know this. This is what Tank's point is.
Stephen A. reported on Mike Vick. He reported on Allen Iverson. Those is his little guys, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
different
Barkley
levels.
Barkley spoke his opinion on Jordan's business acumen as far as the team,
and that's why they ain't cool no more. Now he said that's when he called me and was like, "You supposed to be my boy, pretty much. Fuck you, and
This all boils down to Ray Rice was wrong for assaulting his babe.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna ride that motherfucking horse till the legs fall off. But Dana White, he's my good friend, and I spoke to him, and he's apologetic. He's sorry, and I believe him.
Yeah,
I believe him. He's good. He's okay.
That goes to your earlier point.
These niggas don't get to move.
That goes to your earlier point. It's like you have to be held to a higher standard because you don't have the complexion for the protection and the selection.
You see what I'm saying?
Thank you. That's it. And that's gonna be, you put that on the shirt, Drizzy. Right. Put that on the shirt.
And that that's and it goes back to what the Cuddy was saying. Shit is cultural. A lot of things are cultural. I think it's wrong because a 13-year-old is not a grown-up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's what you were saying, but a lot of it is like we frown on certain countries because they eat dog. It's a dog eating fest. I'm not trying to be funny. It's a literal dog eating fest. And
you're right.
We sit up there and be like, "Oh, you ain't supposed to eat dogs." Well, it's motherfuckers just like y'all ain't supposed to eat pigs over there. Why do y'all eat cows? That's a god.
We eat dogs. Now you over there eating 13-year-old pussy.
Next.
Whoa.
Next.
Hey, we talking about Karl Malone.
I wish I had the sound
effects. Please. Yeah, next topic, please. Yeah, here we go. Yes, sir.
No, no, this is my dude right here.
Oh my God, man. Charleston White versus Jay Prince.
See, I tried to stay away from him, man.
I just recently got his backstory. I saw an interview. It was very enlightening. Okay. He didn't used to talk like that.
No.
He said he was a straight up activist. He was trying to talk the talk, the broadcaster voice and everything. And
but it didn't pay no bills.
Nobody paid him no attention.
Yeah. This fuckery is getting this dude comedy shows, and now he's on tour, and I guess him and Jay Prince is beefing because he said that Jay Prince got to the police and said that hey man, make sure there's no protection for this clown when he's in my city and when he's doing this show. And Charleston fucks with the police, but I guess they wasn't fucking with him in Houston because Prince made that call and was like, yeah, don't nobody fuck with this dude. It's open season.
Well, he been saying for a long time, the mob ties don't run shit here in Dallas. They don't run a motherfucking thing in Dallas. No. And so, recently it was a situation where $1 million worth of game at Gillian Wallow. They had Jay Prince Jr. and Mike Prince on there, and they were all talking about the whole situation that took place at the bowling alley.
Okay.
Where Takeoff lost his life. Yeah. And so Jay Prince went off on his tirade on Offset. And I think everybody was like, where the fuck did this come from? Because it didn't make any sense. Everybody was like, that shit, why go at him, man? He lost his family. Right. And so Charleston White, and a bunch of other people spoke up like, man, what the fuck is wrong with him? Like, man, you almost 60 years old and, you talking crazy. This young man lost his people. And it spiraled into Charleston White, turning into Charleston White. And he just went all the motherfucking way left with it. Told shit I didn't even know about Junior that I'm not going to repeat because I don't feel like knowing the shit. But, he got off all into some shit. And, he had the fucked up thing was he was supposed to speak to some kids. He said that it was a lady down there by the name of Miss Pap. But the PAP was acronym stood for Parents Against something. And it was her event. And he was supposed to come down there and speak. Wasn't a lot of people. And they shut the shit down. And he said, oh, really? So he called the police. And the police was like, yeah, we hear you got some problems with Mr. Prince. So he started asking questions like, how in the fuck do the police let this dude shut down the fucking event? And he was like, where in the fuck did you get this police report for this that you had in this interview? And he started asking some questions. And I mean,
this was
where it's at.
Yeah, this was about a comedy show he was doing, and he couldn't get police to come in and work.
No, this wasn't about the comedy show. This was about the situation with Miss Pat. He does a comedy show because he was just somewhere else. But he actually, this was on his article side.
The article that I sent, I think that was about the comedy show he was trying to do.
Yeah, no. He said it in an interview that it was like a community service event that he shut down.
Yeah. I mean, that's man, he talked all that big boy shit saying he don't run nothing in Dallas, but apparently he does in Houston. And if you can't get the police to come out and support your ass, and you coming out of pocket to pay these guys off the clock, that should tell you something. Keep your ass out of Houston,
or don't fuck with the police. There are other hired guns in this country that are way better than what Houston police department can pick up, though. But I'm just saying, there are marijuana companies. How they're running cash from one location to another. They're hiring mercenaries. They're not hiring off-duty cops. They're hiring fucking former special forces dudes. They're hiring triggermen. So there are other ways to protect yourself, and you as an adult black man should never think that the police are coming to save your black ass. You know, at no point in time should you think, as a black man, the police are here to save me.
Would you trust the police?
I don't trust
this man's city.
Hell
I mean, the dude you beefing with heavy, and this cat already got his hands all over this city. Why would you even go there? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why is you tempting fate like that? You talk big boy shit. Go ahead.
Absolutely. No, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead and finish.
No, I'm just saying, you talked all that shit about who don't, he don't run this, he don't run that, but then you step into his, his backyard and you realize he actually runs shit. He got a little hit of reality, like, oh, yeah, I can't play with this dude like that. I could go after T.I., I could go after Boosie. I don't think I should fuck with Prince like that. I don't think that's a good move, considering we both in the state of Texas.
Well, I don't think it's so much a thing about dirty cops as, hey man, what's the best way to avoid a bad situation? Don't start the situation. Period. Preemptive measures. And they like, listen, man, hey, you didn't started this shit.
That part.
It could possibly be some shit. And we know that the police, because I'm not gonna go on a knocking the police motherfucking tirade here, but we know they're more reactive. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Police tend to be more fucking reactive. And so now you done said some things, some pretty colorful fucking things about not only him, but his fucking family. And you want to step down there. Yeah. You challenging somebody who, is known to not typically get challenged. If you into that kind of shit, I don't give a fuck. You challenging somebody that people tend, they tend to give him some space, and then you want to go down there and think that is almost. Some people would take that as, what kind of point are you trying to prove here? I feel like, hey man, it's fucked up because you were going to, this event for the people. It was supposed to be community service, but we all got to be accountable for our words. And this is what happened.
My thing is, what's the old saying, man? Don't throw rocks and then hide your hands. And that's what he's been doing. And that's now all of a sudden you have to stand on that.
I don't even know if it's about hiding his hand. He was full frontal with the shit he had to say. They just cut off his access like that. Oh, just I don't run nothing. Like that. Like, there you go. You're not running into Houston. How about that shit?
There it is.
You know what? Somebody brought up a good point. Somebody brought up a good point about Mr. Prince recently. Forgive me, I have to look it up, but was some things he was saying pertaining to Mr. Hoover's name.
Yeah.
And it wasn't an advantageous statement, for the justice that Mr. Hoover's been fighting for, looking for in his situation. And, his comments directly will contribute to the opposite effect, put it that way. And someone brought
it was
that
on,
to light.
It was on one of the albums. He was doing an intro. He was actually talking to him. That's what it was. He was talking to him.
I remember that.
That's what it was. Okay. So yeah, he got his view on certain issues or whatever. And again, he stand on his word, and Charleston gonna have to stand on his. And it's like, dude, okay, now put up or shut up. You say you about that, Charleston will go on there like, I got guns too. I got guns too. And Jay Prince like, I got a city with guns. So you cross the line to come on over here, and I'll deal with you.
Look, man, I like Charleston White. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I don't. Some of the shit, nah, I don't agree with no motherfucker 100%. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, man, you just hit the nail on the head, E. Dilla. Bro, don't do that. You got guns, he got a city.
He got a city. Big difference, bro. Big difference.
Ain't no telling what the fuck could transpire when you hit that city. Obviously he knows because he called the police. It just so happens the police is part of the city.
That right there should fucking scare you. This dude got certified crash dummies. Certified. that will go out. Like I didn't do. I was on my private island. You know, Prince bought a private island now, right? You know that he got his own. Google the shit. It's dope as hell. He got his own private island. It's like I don't know what happened to Mr. White. I was on my island, and you know, I heard he had a show or something, and something happened. He has
nobody tell me nothing.
Yeah, nobody told me nothing.
Looking at that murder.
What's that?
Wouldn't nobody look into that murder? Yeah, I'll just be another black dude gone. You know.
But again, you know what I mean. Just don't step two. You're not on that level, man. You're not on that level. Just stay in your lane and keep it pushing, man.
Man, hey, I don't know.
What we got, old man?
Yeah, let's get it, man.
Too much on Mr. White, man. I tried not to, but I saw. Yeah, thank you, Drizzy. Tried to get it in because he was
we niggas. My great granddaddy works for white people. What?
Yeah.
Uncle L.
Yeah, man.
Uncle
L. Been circulating around a couple weeks, man, about some dude coming out saying that he's not going to be quiet anymore. He's his secret son.
Don't nobody care, man.
So what you're saying is you are the original jiggling baby? Is that what you're saying?
Wow.
Wow.
Look, you know what the funniest thing I thought when I was watching this cat say, I'm L's son? This cat was trying to lick his lips as much as possible. Yep, that's it right there. That's his son. He's licked his lips aren't chapped. He's licking his lips.
Trying to get that Carmex deal, man. Trying to get that Carmex deal.
I never knew why I wanted to do music. I never knew why I wanted to act. Like, who the fuck was your mom? And what
Yo, I saw that story on TikTok, man, and I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, they said it was false.
Man, who knows?
In the beginning of the story.
I think L was, you know, like that's why I don't think his team put out a statement. It was like, man, this shit it's gonna die down. So next, you know, we got Dilbert, you know. But
your mom's was
it's hilarious, man.
Your mom's was a groupie. Take this $200 and yeah. Like, man, listen, dude. That shit. That's no different than you know, these like secret babies never fare well. You know what I'm saying? Like Bill Clinton's supposed black son, you know, I just want to know my dad and get to know him. Motherfucker, you're 35. He don't want to know you. He ain't gonna know you. You know what I'm saying? Like
they come out of the woodwork, you know, like what was that? Dr. Dre daughter was like, I'm living in my car. It was like, yeah, because he paid for this, that, and the third, and you fucked that money over.
Right. But he
was taking care of you, and then you went out and start talking shit about him, and then he had his attorney call you and be like, yeah, you need not contact your father no more. You done fucked up. You went against the brand.
But there is no link. Listen, I'm sorry, Drizzy. Dre got another son. Dre got a son that he found out about later in life. And they got a cordial relationship, but even the son was like, yeah, man, you know, he told me anything I needed, and, you know, he'd give me some. But I don't really, we talk here and there, but I don't really, you know, he cool and shit. But I mean, the best thing he getting out of it is like, yeah, my dad is Dr. Dre. You know, it's like, come on, man. Why?
And that's
go ahead. You get to listen to Detox?
Wow.
That's a good
I knew you was going to bring that in. I knew you was going to bring that in.
Just saying, man. You should let your son listen to Detox.
All I want to find out is how many asses Dre beat that wore skirts. That's all.
That ain't gonna come to light. These kids coming to light, but I saw
Mr.
that.
Lay said, because Mr. Lay said no.
Yeah, what you call it? That son you were talking about. He said Dre met up with him and was like, "Hey man, you know it's cool. You know if you want to take the name, you know, run with it. You know, but that's pretty much all I can give you. You know, just run with it.
Right.
And the fact that the way he found out was so messed up. You know, his mom's boyfriend told him, like out of just spitefulness or whatever, told him like, you know, that's your dad, right? He was like, you talking about like Dre is your father. Like, Dre who? Like Dr. Dre, dumbass. That's your biological dad.
Don't nobody want to claim it though, because it happened during the World Class Wrecking Crew years and the glitter days.
Did I happen on this cover or this cover? You happened on this one.
Yeah. The sequence cover.
Nah.
So, oh man.
Look, man. I mean, go ahead, Drizzy. Go ahead, Drizzy. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, this shit. It gets so crazy with these paternity suits and secret baby discoveries. When the Cosby case was going on, what was angering for me, find out about Benny Medina, Mr. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, allegedly, well, not even just allegedly, but there's documentation on assisting a female trying to fleece Cosby, saying she was his secret daughter and wanted money for tuition and college money and all that. And,
money will bring out, the hyenas, man. They just will come out.
Thank you.
That's all, man. That's how that goes, and that's why I guess L Camp was just so like, really, that's my kid. Okay.
Man, it was in I'm That Type of Guy video. She was holding the honey.
There it is.
But look, Arnold Schwarzenegger's son with the maid.
Yeah,
they don't. Other kids don't fuck with him.
That was just wrong. But that's Arnold doing what Arnold do.
That's what they all do. Tiger.
Like I said,
Arnold.
That's what they do.
That's what the fuck they all do. And that's why I hate when that finger seem to always get pointed at our folks, because that's what they all do. Look, man, the rest of his kids don't even fuck with him like that. You don't see him in none of the family pictures. You see Arnold might walk with him. What's the black mall over there? The Fox Hills.
Fox Hills.
Arnold put him in Fox Hills.
You don't cheat on a Kennedy. You don't cheat on a Kennedy, man. That's all. Like you messing with American royalty. You don't do that, especially you. and that's why.
Unless it's with a movie star, and you can get away with ditching her.
And this guy is knocked up to help.
And this dude, and I'm not making fun of him, but he's the one that's trying his damnedest to be like Arnold. He did like a, he reenacted the Predator. I mean, the Terminator when he came out the bar in part 2 with the leather shit on and got on the bike. He all doing his dad's poses and he trying to bulk up his shit. But you don't see this dude nowhere with the other kids. Arnold take him to the Fox Hills Mall. He take him to
swap meat.
What's the he take him to Jay's Famous Hot Dogs, give him the gyro and fresh cup of fries with some vinegar, and he's all right, man. I'm gonna drop you back off at these apartments, man. That's nice. I see you next month.
That part,
man. That's
You miss me? Watch one of my movies. I'm just like I'm there, son. Just like I'm there.
Look, you can tell people I'm your dad. Go ahead.
Last Action Hero.
Right.
That's you, son. That's you. You the little boy.
Remember,
Dad loves you.
Hey, just he lied to him. You was a little boy. You was a little boy in the movie.
He told him. He told that boy. He told that boy. Whenever I say I'll be back, I was thinking of you.
God damn.
Next.
God damn.
That's cold. Wow.
Tell your mother I'm never coming home.
Yeah, this is Richie. Put your mom.
Tell your mother I'm never coming home. Yeah, man. Hey, I just can't see it, man. I can't, because it's like, look, man, the bond is built during the formative years.
Facts.
What do you expect a grown motherfucker to do when he see another grown motherfucker? Hey, I'm your son. You want a cheeseburger, nigga? What you want to do? Mountain Dew? I mean, we can't play catch. And
it's like that. It's like grill. Like the 50 Cent and his son situation. He was like, dude,
which is sad.
Yeah, he's like, man, you it's like, do you still love him? Like, yeah, it's my son or whatever. But you can't love somebody who don't love you back.
Right. Mother ruined him.
Yeah, he's just looking at me, I'm just a meal ticket.
That's it.
But it is what it is.
And the thing is, Fifth always had that boy around. He's in one of the album covers. Yeah, and now the mom then ruined the boy. And he just like, my dad ain't shit. Well,
still was paying. It was like, dude, you 20-something years old, man. There is no more child support. Right. My dad, this multimillionaire, I'm supposed to be living like this. It was like,
I'm supposed to be getting 20,000 in child support, like 100,000. I'm not a regular kid. Like Choke No Joke did an interview with that kid, man, and it was just like,
you could hear the mama.
You can hear the mama.
You know, like 50 said he had a call. The mom called him with an emergency. It was like, hey, Marquise went to school and some kid stunning on him about some shoes. And he needs like 10 pairs. He was like, for what? He was like, because the kid had like, he claimed he had 30-something pair of new shoes or whatever. So we need to pretty much get our boy up there like that. He was just like, yeah. This conversation is over.
It's kind of reminiscent.
We're not doing that.
Very famous football player from New York. I don't want to say names, but I think y'all know who I'm talking about. But my dad interviewed his dad before he transitioned, and he showed the receipts from child support, the videotapes to go into his games, and I mean he was told by the mother that his dad did none of that, and it was all a lie, you know. And he held that against him.
You get mad because you hope that the kid will grow up and come to his senses, but once it's ingrained for some, it's stuck.
Yeah, see, you know, and then the thing is like, you doing that shit because it's LL or it's like a rich dude. Like, what if your dad was just a regular cat? Would you be like? What if you went to meet your dad and you?
Yeah, but if your dad,
and there was a mattress on the floor and shit, and
you looking at it,
guy, you know?
Yeah, you looking at it like, I don't want to live there, man. I think the dog peed on that thing. I don't want to.
Right.
You know, I don't want to be over here. That's a punishment, man. You know, back in the day, you know, some moms will, you know, as a form of punishment, like, yeah, keep acting up. I'll drop your ass off with your daddy, and motherfuckers would straighten up because they knew what daddy conditions was. You know, like you said, it was that damn, you know, it was Vienna sausages and a mattress on the floor.
Right, and he wasn't necessarily poor, but some cats was just frugal. They like, fuck it, man. I don't need all that. Like, let me tell you, I know some cats with degrees, smart dude.
Yeah,
they didn't need all that shit. Yeah. Super frugal dudes, man. Not everybody needs all of that bullshit. Like, and you know, and a lot of times it wasn't even that. They just didn't want to deal with the fucking discipline.
You know, one thing I admire about Kevin Hart.
What's that, brother?
Is the way that he embraced his dad despite, you know, all the stories, and he used the pain to make people laugh and laugh at his own situation, and you know, learn to love this man, because his dad always loved him, but he was sick, he was addicted.
Yep.
You know, and to see him later in life, to bring him along for the ride and keep him close. You know, let him get to know his grandkids, that kind of stuff. You know, those healing. You know,
I mean, it's a learning curve. Yeah, it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve for everybody. Just like how LeBron, you know, had to pretty much put moms off a little bit because she was out there wilding when the money came in. When he first got into, you know, all you heard was his mom was wilding out doing some suspect shit. You know, so again,
Delonte West.
Man, suspect shit again. Yes, you know, like I said, man, allegedly. Come on, man.
Delonte West ain't been right ever since he had that. Go ahead.
Just let it go, man. Let it go. Let it go. Damn, y'all fucking wrong, man. We can't disrespect the
shout out Delonte West. Shout out Mark Cuban.
Just
saying, man. Just sometimes, you know, our parents are our parents. Damn it, and you got to bring them along, but you got to be mindful. You know who they are.
I'm glad my moms ain't like that, because I don't believe in that shit. If you crazy,
you don't know until the money get there. You don't know until the money get there.
Man, let me get some money.
He signed a $100 million contract when he was 18. He said his mama came to him and was like, I need $1 million. He's like, I'm never giving nobody $1 million. I'll make sure you got what you need, but I'm never giving nobody $1 million check. Next. You know, that's how it was. You know, that's how it was with moms. I was like, damn, at 18?
Yeah.
Shit.
I just think, you think Delonte West was the first?
Next, man, we're not going there, man.
I'm just saying, man.
Allegedly. We could, but we can't. We could.
Allegedly. Exactly.
I mean, especially where I'm at.
Not.
Right. The place I'm at in Ohio.
Next.
Yeah.
Obviously, she likes tall dudes. And
next.
Where your son's hanging out, there's a lot of them.
Next. Thank you. There we go, man.
Man, look. Hey, look how you wrote the shit, though. Look how you wrote the shit. Another white woman.
We got another one.
Another white woman claiming to be every minority. This bitch is everything. Everything. Look at this. God damn.
She's an everything bagel.
Yeah.
My mama's side. My God. And they get called out by your own mama.
I bet you the next Miss Butterworth will look like this bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
They gonna put her
that's the next Aunt Jemima.
That's what I was just about to say. She's gonna be on the syrup bottle.
Yeah. It's what the fuck is wrong with people, man?
Who's to say that Jemima wasn't fine anyways? Who's to say that she wasn't?
And Jemima was fine. She got them curves, homie.
She had them curves, and
that
shit
curves,
was sweet.
But the fact that this chick had this position where she was in charge of diversity, and everybody after the fact, when they found out she was just, cocaine, and it fucked them up. It was like, hold on, man, I confided in you, about some racial shit, and thinking we from the same tribe, and here you're not even on the same squad. That's what I don't understand, man. How did they? It's this the second one. What was that other chick who did that shit?
Yeah, her fine ass. Rachel Dolezal.
Dolezal.
My black queen, Rachel Dolezal.
Your milk of magnesia.
Right. You pulled this shit again. Y'all ain't learned. And for your mom to bust you out. That's
your
what makes
KO
it so cold.
Alabaster queen.
There was a book I read a few years back, and it said, like, white people will be in charge in places where it's statistically impossible.
You know what? Hey,
and because of the programming.
Yeah.
And once that program is set,
it's programming and misdirection. Well. It's programming and misdirection.
Let me say this, man. I've been saying for years, I've noticed some shit. You noticed?
Really? Nah.
Word up, man.
It's the way you said it. It's the way you said it.
What have you noticed? You did that dramatic pause. Like, I've noticed some shit.
You ever notice they in places they not really supposed to be?
Always.
That's what he just said. Yeah.
Like near the equator.
I get what he was saying, like statistically in control. But when you look at Africa. Whole continent full of black motherfuckers. And they like, we Afrikaners, the Dutch. Look over in Tasmania. Look in Australia. Look in, over there in a Middle Eastern part. You get what I'm saying. You see this. That's why this is not shocking. Think about it. This woman, her Raquel Saraswati, she said she was Indian. She was the chief inclusion officer for American Friends Service Committee. Who does that remind you of? Rachel Dolezal, who was working for the NAACP.
No, she was in charge, man.
And
in charge. And you start to think about this agent shit, like, and
the NAACP was never a black organization, though.
We get that. But I'm saying, you start to wonder why shit always seem to go left with situations. You know what I'm saying? Think about when you get a lot of them contractors over in the Middle East and they grow them beards and shit. And people wonder why these two groups is at each other, and you figure out these motherfuckers is over there stoking flames and shit.
Yeah. I mean, and that, like I said, it's like a plant, but it's like, but we're not conditioned to question. We take it at face value. Like, oh, you say who you are, that's who you're supposed to be. Okay, then we take it at that.
Right.
But then
I like how you put that.
Yeah, you got something come out of left field. You got somebody's mama coming out like, hold on, time out. She white as snow.
Right.
She white as snow. You know, the purest cocaine ain't never been stepped on. White. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's like, damn, your mom came out because you so blatant with it. You hate your people that much.
He had to put it in snowfall terminology.
I mean, but yeah, if we looked at some where people are from, I mean, we're talking about like the tip of Italy. I mean,
yeah.
Shit, that's nigga, please. What? You know, that's
she's what, Calabrese Italian?
Something like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
Calabrese.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, like Paul Mooney said, I don't know anything about the space program, but I know a nigga want to see one. And yeah, most Italians are black as shit.
Yeah.
Well, not most, but them niggas over down there are black.
The Sicilian motherfuckers.
Hey, what's the Tarantino movie where the guy's talking about the Moors?
Oh, you talking about True Love, True Love, man, with Christian Slater, and it was Dennis Hopper. He was like
Dennis
that.
Hopper and Christopher Walken.
Your great grandfather was an eggplant. Tell me I'm lying.
That's what he said to him. Yeah, that was the line. Tell me I'm lying.
Started twitching this shit like.
Don't you say
he
that?
Said they did so much fucking.
Yeah. That's the last thing.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the last thing they want to hear. I get that, but
I did that shit.
Know what she's trying to do. We know what she was trying to do.
That's a question the motherfuckers don't like to ask.
Mm-hmm. She could, like, can y'all do a DNA test on her and tell her that she's not? Because I'm pretty sure it'll pop up on there, but
it's gonna pop up E1B1A.
Hey, sidebar, I did that to a coach. He was Italian, and I was like, "Hey, man, you know what they say about Italians? I'm motherfucking turning around, face guy. You got serious as hell. Not me. I'm Neapolitan Italian. I was like the ice cream. So yeah,
see,
yeah. So it's real shit though. Niggas don't want to be niggas no more.
It's they want to be one until the police is called.
You know? Yeah, we fight hard not to be black.
That's how that go, and it's another case. Again, it's gonna pop. How many years ago was that? Old girl, the first one from the NAACP. How many years ago was it?
Rachel Dolezal.
Almost what, 20 years ago?
Was it 20?
Long ago?
I said it was almost. That was like in my 30s, man. Like,
all right.
No. Wait,
take you at that, man. I'll take you at that. We ain't got to start dropping our age.
Like 2015.
2015, yeah, I'm off.
I was gonna say more like 8 to 10. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, about 8 to 10. Yeah.
Okay. 8 to 10. Yeah, it's about that time for one to pop back up. So yeah, she's in season. It's
gonna keep happening. But you know what? The browning of America. This is gonna become so commonplace. They're probably gonna stop reporting.
Like I said, man, I just wanted to touch on it, man. I thought the shit was hilarious because the mama, she got busted out by her moms. Moms had to come out and put out a statement. It was like, hey, man.
There's another side to this that we can look at. Maybe her people was fucked up. Maybe her people was some fucking bigots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody goes with the program. And maybe it fucked her up. She was like, I can't do this shit. I'm Indian. Fuck this shit. That's she spent the globe like Prince Akeem and was like, and on India. I'm Indian.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm Saraswati. You know, a lot of them, man, don't be on that shit, man. And again, I'm not saying that that's the mind state of those people in mass. It just seems like the mic always seemed to be in front of the ones with that mind state. But you know, maybe she just, you know, maybe it's just a thing, man. You know, trauma manifests itself in different ways, man. In a whole nother race for some people.
You know damn well that ain't on your birth certificate.
Right. Because those are when I saw pictures of what she looked like before
the transformation.
Like, damn, yeah.
Yeah, she did a lot to do.
The Negromorphosis.
Yeah, the Negromorphosis.
She did her version of Soul Man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, but there are two things that I'm curious about, man. One is that maybe she's referring to her real daddy's side of the family. Right. And number two, maybe her mama just didn't want to be considered black around her other white friends.
Good point. But we don't know.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know.
It's only a status anyway. Because if we believe the bullshit, everybody came from Africa.
Yeah. Right.
But look though. This shit. Paul Mooney said it best. That shit is a state of mind. Think about. Look, Italians weren't always white. We know for damn sure the Irish wasn't always considered
back
white.
to when they were given white status.
Right.
That's my point. It's the status.
It's a status, and so you know what I'm saying. But even think about it. You got people that come from other countries, clearly melanated peoples. That's like, yeah, I'm white. You're like, nigga, no, you're not. Not over here, motherfucker. They don't let them remind you.
Yeah.
Until they show you their
remind you the hard way.
They don't like to do.
And we try to tell people the nice way. We were like, look, you know you black. No, I'm not. All right. When they remind you, they're gonna do it hard. They remind us every day.
DNA don't lie.
That's the problem. DNA. You don't listen. They're going to have to hit you.
Right. We tried to tell them, boss.
We tried.
You're going to have to get them.
Get them, boss. They should have Charleston White. As soon as they get off the plane.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Come in here. Come let me talk to y'all in here.
Facts.
Right. Debriefing.
Brother Tank. Keep this party rolling, man.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Trophy husband, lays pipe to 3 white chicks.
Oh God.
Now this is a polygamy show?
Yeah, it's on the Learning Channel on one of the motherfuckers with the man. Shit, man. These got to be 3 of the most awful looking bitches I've ever seen in my life. Man.
But it's 3 of them. It's 3 of them, man. It's 3 of them, man. Come on, man. How many times do you hear a brother call himself a trophy husband?
This cat saying I'm a king. I don't work.
Looking too.
He talking about I'm a king because I don't work and they all do. I'm like, brother, you can't rename lazy. You know what I'm saying?
You can't rename pimping.
That's what it is.
Right to rename pimping.
Right.
That's all that is.
You know, and
all that is.
I'm like, oh, bro. And this is the thing. It wasn't him. It was the first wife was like, we need another one.
Damn.
We need another one. I'm bored.
He a lot to handle.
That's what they were saying.
He's so much to handle.
Pipe. I saw him come in that dress. I said, ew.
Yeah. Like he putting in work right there, just imagining, something desirable to get through this.
Man, I ain't got to work. No, he not. He like, I ain't got to work. I could lay up and they gonna give me money to fuck him. I mean, he's in hog heaven, literally.
Wow. Yeah.
I said something.
No, you didn't, brother. You didn't say nothing wrong. You didn't say nothing out of pocket.
3 more subscribers.
Like, share, subscribe, please, family. Please.
Hit the bell. Hit the bell. Like, share, subscribe.
Let you know when he's live. All right. Yeah, man.
He's here today.
This dude, man, is he winning? Is that considered winning?
Man, go ahead. I'm sorry. You want to take it?
Either way, it's the Browning of America.
Again, you keep bringing that up, Drizzy. I got you. We got you. That's what it is. But is he winning? Is that a win situation?
What you think, Cuddy?
A win for who?
Who?
Hey, the one who ain't working.
Okay. All right. I think I think the punishment fits the crime in this situation. There's going to be a day where the money isn't worth it. It's not working. These women aren't going to get any better looking. It's not like, a 45-year-old, over the hill, disgusting, terrible gene having fucking worthless sack of skin is going to start looking better in the next few years. He's going to have to.
I think we should try to tackle this conversation on a more broader topic as well. You just sparked, because in poly, you're not going to find an attractive woman to join 1, 2, or 3 other unattractive women.
maybe because I've
Wow,
seen
that was
some.
a long pause.
Yeah, I
Hef
was thinking I seen some where it's like,
That
well,
was
damn.
Hef though. Hef was some kind of special right there.
Well,
Hef
Hef was he was funding.
Yeah.
He was the one that was working. He was the brand. Everybody they just under the
That's
umbrella.
true too.
That's how that the dynamic was different with that situation. I'm talking about from a dude who's not doing a damn thing, who's being taken care of, who's the prize.
Yeah,
I'm sure this happens more often than we know. I mean,
absolutely,
it just doesn't happen in our communities.
It does.
Well, I mean, when it does, it's these fresh out dudes that get 3 trifling looking,
or they have attributions and not names, and they wear hats that we don't wear.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's great, man. Because like I dropped 2 of them off at dialysis, and I just got the one here at the house, and then when I'm done with her, I drop her off at dialysis, and the other 2 come back. No, man.
What's your take, Paddington?
I think it's subjective, man. I guess it depends on the type of person you are. If you, I gotta say it. If you're a lazy, shiftless motherfucker, because he put special emphasis on, I ain't got to work. Gotcha. I got 3 white women at work. Like you got 3 white women that white men didn't want working and taking care of you, brother. And I just, to me, that's a bad stereotype of us. And so, like I said, you can't rename lazy.
Black combat boot wearing, pink Cadillac driving, watermelon eating, fried chicken, smack
3 fat white wife having. Yeah,
women do this all the time. How is this a problem?
Right now, hold on. Now, what if they were attractive?
No, I still say it's no excuse for lazy, man.
Is it? I mean, like Tank said, man, chicks do this shit all the time.
Do what?
With just one.
Do what?
Not do anything. Be a stay-at-home, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
A real housewife of whatever the city.
But we know, man, these women held to a different standard, and that's why men shouldn't do it, man. I mean, so you want to be compared to a motherfucker who's sitting around in a bathing suit all day and drinking wine for no fucking reason? Like, what kind of life is that, man?
Yes.
Yeah, but you don't sit around. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying, man.
I hear what you're saying.
You know how many pool boys they pulling doing that?
Man,
that's
look,
the life. I can't even hate.
That was my whole take on bringing this up. Like, I wanted everybody's perspective on, like, dude, is it player or is it some dude just being a stereotype?
He's taking advantage of the low self-esteem. Let's keep it all the way 100. He's maximizing on his situation.
But hold on, but like I said, the first wife said, I need help.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I blame them because they set the shit up. I'm saying it's his mind state to where he like, because he didn't come up with the idea. I'm just like, brother, like, come on, man.
I'm stuck on him saying, hey, man, I ain't got to do nothing. I don't
know what you want to be
known if that falls apart, it's highly possible.
Right.
Well, how do you put that on your resume? What you been doing for the past 5 years?
Well, if it falls apart, he married to all of them. If it falls apart, the motherfucker gonna get alimony from 3 dumbass bitches.
Where do they live? Where's that legal? Where's
it's legal in places like Utah and other places. That
I don't think.
But don't you have to be a Mormon? Yeah, I don't think it's actually.
It's legal in Utah. I don't necessarily think it's a religious thing. I could be wrong. You can correct me.
No, I don't think it's legal in Utah.
Yeah,
I think that's why they were moved.
Polygamy is legal in any
state because that one big ring they moved, dude, got rid of his folks and came to Vegas or whatever. They left Utah and came here, but I don't think it's legal. Polygamy is like Texas. I don't think it's legal anywhere. But who am I?
Yeah, it says polygamy is outlawed in every state since 1882. That's from Cornell University.
I don't see why the fuck is outlawed. I think that's bullshit. I mean, for real, they all consenting adults, and 3 out of the 4 of the motherfuckers is responsible.
They're not adults. I mean, they're minor wards of whatever territory or state they belong to. And the state is always going to be the third party in every marriage.
Well,
always. It's a contract.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Yep.
They don't want to have extra parties involved.
Yeah. When we get married here in America, there are two ceremonies. There's one with the church and there's one with the state. The one with the church is optional. If you want to be considered married by the, you know what I mean? Yeah. So,
it's all that. Just give him a contract with my wife.
Get my paperwork.
Right here.
We can file
section 23. That pussy is mine. No, I'm playing. Legally, it's mine. Not for my wife to feed it.
Oh shit, man! Was that the last one, man? This Joker, or we got another one?
No, man, that's it.
That's it. Okay,
that's it.
About this Joker with his three lovelies. Like I said, man, I think it'd be a different perspective if they were fly. Kind of like shit, man. He winning.
Not for me. I mean, for him, I might be like, oh, he got 3 fine motherfuckers, but I'm just stuck on that shit. I ain't got to do nothing. now, Cuddy, you right. Right? Women do that shit all the time. But I feel like, bitch, you lazy too, because you can't sit up and say I'm equal. I want to be equal, but you sucking off the tit of somebody else and bragging about the shit. Because what's going to happen when them looks fade? At 25, you're going to start being considered getting old, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, but realistically, I mean, these are situations between certain individuals. If it works for them, it works for them. And
no, absolutely.
Right.
That's why I said they're all responsible adults. I don't think the shit should be illegal. Because look, man, I bet you them bills is paid. I bet you everybody eating.
It may be a tight situation, like somebody take care of the kids, somebody take care of the house, somebody run the, take care of the finances.
You can tell everybody's eating.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You can tell everybody's eating that
like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like a motherfucker, man. Right. And look, it ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Some people like big women. That's not my focus. That's my focus to be the comic relief for the show. But my focus is, bro, like, yeah, I ain't got to do shit. I just sit around, they work and take care of me.
I saw something earlier today, fellas. Speaking, not to cut you off.
No, you got it, brother.
What's that show you talk about? That 1,000 Pound Sisters or whatever. She's filing for divorce.
The one with the walker?
Not that one, the other one.
What?
There's a show called 1,000 Pound Sisters.
Yes.
What?
Oh, you got to see these motherfuckers.
Oh, these are the same chicks that he's fucking.
They look like the twins on that movie with Dan Aykroyd. All around the world to sing. When the motherfuckers came out with the diapers
on. Trouble.
Nothing but trouble.
Yeah.
Are these
all around the world?
Are they normal? Like, do they have a normal like mentality? Like, this one's
they don't look like
forehead looks. Is that all fat or is that like a bone?
I'm gonna disagree.
She filed for divorce, man.
Wait a minute, which one is filing for divorce?
Not the big, right. the smaller of the big. And it makes sense. You know which one I'm talking about.
I know
you were talking about the big girl. When I was like, dude, I just saw something. They said old girl filing for divorce.
Why?
She found something better.
She the one with the brother, ain't she? The old ass black dude.
It might be bad. I just saw
That's
that
the one with the old black man.
The 1,000 Pound Sisters one filing for divorce, and I just like, what did you do?
You know what's crazy?
600-pound or 500-pound chick said, I can't deal with you no more.
Yeah.
30 years ago, they'd have been calling Dick Gregory. I'm just saying.
I'm so that Dick Gregory.
Tank thought we was playing. Tank thought we was playing. He's like, are y'all serious?
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at these photos now. I mean, but look at this dude. Is
that the old black dude?
No. It's the white dude with the comb forward. I don't know what the fuck that is. It kind of looks like it kind of looks like Caesar. He's got an actual Caesar. Here, let me see if I can get this photo.
Yeah, hey man.
She done lost a little weight and was like, dude, I could do better.
She lost some weight?
I'm 545 pounds now. I done lost some weight.
Yeah, lost 5 humans.
You need to get on my level.
Stank. I bet that.
Don't this motherfucker look like the Little Caesar man in person?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Damn, her teeth little. Fucking chewing through bone. Goddamn it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say flesh, but
she filing for divorce, man.
Hey man, they seem like sweet people though, man. But she was in love with that cat.
Hey man, told you she lost a little weight.
She gonna end up why she got a black dude. Watch. It's like I ain't doing nothing. I ain't gotta do nothing.
She's gonna be the 4th wife on that show.
Look, watch 600-Pound Life and look at how many of those big white women got black dudes. They got skinny black dudes that look like they was previously sleeping back behind the apartment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang you, man. I was living in the Bay Area. Sleeping and shitting everywhere. And then a car pulled up and just pulled me off the street like some rabid dog.
And this girthy woman said, "Get in."
Yeah.
He said girthy. Man, y'all.
She coaxed me in with peanut butter.
Her teeth were kind of
stop, man. You and that goddamn peanut butter, man. I'm done, man. Take this chick off the air with them baby teeth.
Just sprinkle some crack on me.
Something about little teeth pulled me in.
Remind me of those fish at the bottom of the ocean near the berry reef.
Like that bitch bites Carl.
I'm done, man. I'm done. El Castillo is a Sarah. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe.
El Castilla, yes.
We love y'all, man.
I mean, they're like barracuda teeth.
Piranha teeth, man.
So you eat corn.
Yeah, but, you're like, oh, look at the cute little fish. Like, don't put your hand in there, man.
Be at the bottom of the ocean.
You're hurting him.
You just see a big chick at the bottom of the ocean. My body's not in the pressures.
Shit.
Oh man,
fucking hilarious.
I'm done with y'all, man. Y'all ain't the whole
my gosh. Man.
Hey, do it side by side.
I wish I could. I'm done, man. I'm done. Good night.
It's a good thing Ed is done with that wine. You just spit that across the room.
Hey, them shit be sharp too. Hey, pull the picture back up real quick.
That's a sharp looking woman.
Okay.
Y'all going to hell. Y'all going to hell on the scholarship. Y'all going to hell on that one. All right, man. I'm done, man. Upload this shit, man. I'm done. I ain't fucking with y'all.
And that's an NFT. That's an NFT right there.
Yeah.
Fucking baby tape.
Oh man. Got them Diddy teeth.
This everybody out there, she's out on the market. She's available, gentlemen.
Hey,
she's available.
Man,
somebody like it, man. Get to it,
got
man.
A hit show.
She's a celebrity.
She's a celebrity.
I know one thing that is not going down with her. It was one thing that's not happening. You can't
reach in her plate.
That too.
It's bit my fingers.
You gonna eat that?
I'm gonna leave it alone, but it's one thing I know it's not going down. That would be risking life and limb.
Cut. We're done for the night, gentlemen. Ob is back. Man, kill this shit. I'm done.
It's Friday.
Oh God!
And you've been waiting all day. It's time to rock this motherfucker with 3 the hard way. Tank Arm Eddie P featuring Drizzy. It's Friday.
All right, man. Kill the